everyone. I am Mihir, I'm engineer here at Frappe, and I'm the model owner for subcontracting, and I work on stock and manufacturing as well alongside Rohit. So today, one of the biggest features that we're introducing in V16 is subcontracting inward. So let's first understand what is subcontracting inward. Currently in ERPNext v16, we have the subcontracting module that deals with you as the customer, sending raw materials out to a third-party supplier for manufacturing. They are the ones manufacturing, and then you receive the finished goods from them. So in this case, we are the ones that will be doing the manufacturing, and we will be the ones receiving the raw materials from the customer. So we are the supplier here, and we'll be doing this for a customer. So it's the exact inverse of what we currently have. So this was a feature highly requested by community members and partners and customers alike. So let's see a rough flow chart of how it works. Okay, there's some problem we'll have to skip this. So the subcontracting inward, the first step will be a subcontracted sales order, which is very similar to the purchase order, subcontracted purchase order. If you have used the subcontracting module, there will be a simple is subcontracted button checkbox here. Once you select this, you will have to select the service item, and the finished good and the conversion factor, everything will be fetched automatically from the subcontracting BOM. So that will be the first step. You save and submit. You will have an option to create a new subcontracting inward order. And this is a completely new doc type, where you will have to specify the customer warehouse, where you want to deliver the manufactured finished goods. And once you save and submit the document, automatically the raw materials required for the production will be fetched. So after that, once you create the subcontracting inward order, you just have to receive the raw materials from the customer. Now here's an interesting thing here. First thing, we have introduced many new stock entry types for subcontracting inward. And one thing you'll notice here is that these items, CPU and motherboard, which I have taken as an example, are customer provided items. But yet here they seem to have a rate. But this is not right, because this is not our stock. We're just holding them for a while till our manufacturing process. So if you go into the stock and accounting ledger, you will see that even though there is a basic rate on both of these items, there is no valuation rate, any kind of valuation rate, because these are not your items. So there will be no changes to the books, no stock in hand changes, things like that. So even the general ledger is completely zero for that stock entry. So once you receive the raw materials from the customer, you just have to create a work order, which is the exact same procedure that we've been following in ERPNext for a long time. And once you create the work orders and the manufacturing entries, all you have to do is deliver the finished goods to the customer. Okay. So yeah, you deliver the finished goods, everything will be pre-populated for you, the items and the quantities based on what you have manufactured. So now I would like to, that was subcontracting inward. There's one stock and manufacturing feature that I would like to talk about. That is stock reservation for subcontracting and production. So previously in ERPNext v15, we have the stock reservation feature for sales order, where if you want to commit some stock to a particular sales order to ensure that you don't use this committed stock against another transaction. So now we have extended that functionality to subcontracting order as well as production plan. So for an example, I have taken an example of production plan, and now once you save the production plan, you will get an option to reserve the stock. Once you check on this, you will see that the raw materials that were in the table have been reserved. And one interesting thing here is, once you create a work order against this production plan, you will see that the items, the stock reservation will be transferred from the production plan. So this is a work order that I have already made, and I submit this. And if I go into stock reservation, you will see that the stock reservation has been transferred from the production plan to the work order. So that's it from my